This is F11 day 1 and we're introducing you to AIR that makes the air sound. So we've got air, air, pair, air, fair, air, hair, air, lair, air, flare, air, chair, air, stairs, air, bag, airbag, air, staircase. Right, let's go back and have a look at how these words, what they mean and how they're put together. So you know you've got the CH here in chair, which you've already learnt, and the E makes the previous vowel long in some words. So air is the air that we breathe. It's all around us. We can't see it, but it's definitely there, and we need air to survive. Pair means two of something. So you have a pair of socks, a pair of glasses. There's lots of things that we have two of in our lives. So there's another pair as well, but the other pair is spelt differently. It's spelt P-E-A-R, and that's the pear we eat. This is fair, where you might go to a fair where there's lots of rides and some yummy foods to eat. Fair can also mean a very light coloured hair or skin, where you might have fair hair, or you might have very fair skin that burns easily. And fair can also mean that you're a nice, kind person that everyone wants to play with. Hair is the hair on your head that you have to brush and comb every day. And there's another hair, it's like a very big rabbit, and it's spelt differently, so we know it means something different. A lair is a home of a wild animal in the forest or in the woods. So here you can see this is a wolf's lair there, he's just coming out of it. So sometimes it might be in rocks or sometimes it might be in bushes. Flair means when you're good at something, so you might be good at drawing or art, or you might be good at sport, so you have a flair for it. This is a man called Ric Flair, and he's very good at wrestling. Flair can also mean that you can have something that's stylish or original. So he used to like to dress quite differently to other people, and so you could say his name was Flair, and he also had a flair for wrestling, and he had quite a bit of flair in his dress sense. Chair is something we sit on. Stairs are things that we walk up to get to another level in a building. Airbag is that bag in the car. It's only in the front of the car that if the car hits something, the airbag will go off to protect the people, the passengers or the driver that are sitting in the front seat. So they're very strong airbags, and that means that unless you're 12 years or older, you shouldn't be sitting in the front because they could really hurt you. Staircase are the stairs that take us up to another level in a building, and they can be quite fancy. All right, let's read these words, sound them, spell them, write them, and then check them. So we've got, first word is air. So we can only, the sound is the word, so A-I-R, A-I-R, A-I-R. So we'll cover it, A-I-R, A-I-R, A-I-R. Let's do another one. P-air, pair, P-air, 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 P-A-I-R, P-A-I-R, P-A-I-R. Write it 3 times. And if you finish early, maybe you can always go back and highlight the sound every time it appears on the page. So you could go through and cover all these A-I-R sounds all over that whole page when you finish. This is F11 day 2, and we're revising the air sound. We're using A-I-R for the air sound. So we've got air, P-air, pair, air, fair, H-air, hair, air, lair, air, flare, ch-air, chair, st-air, stairs, air, bag, airbag, st-air, case, staircase. Okay, so let's have a look and see if we can read them, sound them, spell them, write them. So we've got air, A-I-R, and then you cover it and write it. Let's try pair, put air, P-A-I-R, cover it and write it. And you can finish the rest of those. Now here, to show the meaning of these words, we've got some sentences for you to finish. So fill in the gap with the missing list word. I have long hair. It's like that. You just have to fill in those sentences. Write the list word below the picture. You've got a chair, hair, fair, stairs, and that's airbag. This is F11 day 3 and we're revising the AIR for the air sound. We've got air, put air, pair, air, fair, put air, hair, air, lair, air, flare, air, chair, air, stairs, air, bag, staircase. Okay, so let's read the word, sound the word, spell the word and write it. And it might help us to recognise that air sound. First of all, we just quickly go through and highlight those 3 letters that make the air sound in each of those words. That might help our brains to remember what the sound is and what the letters are for today. Okay, so we've got air, A-I-R, cover it. Put air, P-A-I-R. Fair, air, F-A-I-R, and you can finish the rest of those on your own. So if you have one chair, of course, with plurals, that one is singular. So if we have 2, we say chair, so we're adding the S. One stair, lots of stairs. This one's a bit tricky. One pair of shoes, we don't say many pair of shoes, we've got to say many pairs of shoes. Comparatives and superlatives mean more. A comparative means more and a superlative means most. So here you have to identify the base word. So fairer and fairest both come from the base word fair. Circle the correct list word and match to the picture. So you have to have a look. Yes, that's a real word, but it's not the word in our list today. We have to look for the correctly spelt list word. And if there's a picture for it, you can join it to it. Combine with the list word, a something bag, that's easy because that's one of our words, a staircase, and a high, I'll let you to work out that one on your own. Put in alphabetical order, so now we've got 2 words with the air sound to start with, so they're both starting with A. So we're going to do this one first, air, then airbag, then we go A, B, C, chair, and you can finish that off. This is going to be another tricky one. Remember, if the first letter is the same for both those words, you have to look at the second letter and that will tell you which word comes next. This is F11 day 4 and we're looking at words in a series and how to use commas. So it says here commas, and to do a comma you put a little dot on the line with a little tail on it. If there are more than 2 words listed, you have to use a comma to separate them. I am going to the shops to buy milk, comma, eggs, comma, bread and butter. So after bread we've got no comma because we're using and instead. And don't forget the full stop at the end of the sentence. When you get to the last word listed, finish the list with and before the last item. So list what is in your picnic basket. I've made a list of some things I'd take on a picnic. You might take different things. I'd take a rug, a drink, cups, cake, chips and a ball. So after each thing I've listed, I'd have to put a comma when I'm writing the sentence. And then before the last word I'd have to put and I can't just say and ball, I'd have to say and a ball. So if you're just making a list you wouldn't need the commas, but I've just put them in to show you how you do it if you're writing the sentence. So the sentence might be, when I go on a picnic I like to take rug, comma, a drink, comma, cups, comma, cake, comma, chips, no comma, and a ball, full stop. down the bottom you have to list what you see at a fair, and there's all sorts of exciting things you might see at a fair or a show. Then you have to put that list into a sentence, and don't forget to put the commas and before the last word, then full stop at the end. Off you go.